Hey guys, welcome to the Learn Feng Shui podcast, where you'll learn Feng Shui from a classical point of view, taking out the myth and superstition. So if you're interested in learning Feng Shui, Chinese astrology, all things Chinese metaphysics, as well as the superstitions and myths that connect it all, you'll enjoy learning Feng Shui with me. Hey guys, let's get into the monthly energy update for July. We're going to talk flying stars, zodiac signs, areas to avoid renovation, and general themes for the month. Hey guys, let's get into the monthly energy for July. I can't really believe that we're here in the middle of summer, but I think I say that every month. So, what does the month have in store for us? Before I talk about that, I'm Candace Berlenka, your certified feng shui practitioner and Red Ribbon professional with the International Feng Shui Guild. And we're going to talk all things energy. So, looking at the beginning of the month here, the Jie Qi cycle, the first solar cycle of energy, known as a micro season. Lesser heat is that first solar cycle of energy, bringing in the month of the goat, starting on July 6th, lasting through the 22nd, and it's called lesser heat. From metaphysique.com, during this seasonal node, it does say to kind of evacuate as much moisture as possible to avoid rheumatism and arthritis. So you're also going to want to avoid super cold beverages and really cold foods. So maybe let things warm to room temperature before you consume them. And it does say here overconsumption of cold foods, and particularly those that are very sweet, damage the spleen, resulting in accumulation of even more moisture. Prefer slightly bitter drinks that reduce the body temperature without creating a heat shock or humidity stagnation, it says. So opt for natural green teas mixed with mint or chrysanthemum. So that sounds pretty good to me. And then this next seasonal node here, or this solar term, the Qi cycle for the month, starts on July 22nd and goes through August 6th, and that is called Greater Heat. Again, from the Ma Metaphysique, staying healthy, we're going to also going to continue to eliminate that heat. So increase the qi of your body while protecting your spleen and your stomach to treat eventual winter diseases in advance by moxibustion, which is actually it's kind of like a little herb box or smoke, and you put it on certain meridian points on your body. But it says it's supposed to be helpful this time of year to prevent the winter diseases. And it does also say seasonal fruits and vegetables such as lychee, pineapple, ginseng, eggplants, and pumpkins, especially, I'm not sure that pumpkins are in stores right now, but maybe squash reinforces the vital energy of the human body. So those are some things we can eat, especially if you have high blood pressure or diabetes. All right, weather-wise, what can we kind of expect during that solar cycle of lesser heat, the first 15 days of the month? The wind just blows hot. Expect thunderstorms and lightning and sometimes even hail. So, whereas during this 15-day cycle of summer solstice from the 20th to like the 5th or 6th, we weren't supposed to see rain, but now it does say that we could maybe expect a little bit more rain and, of course, just heat. Different kinds of melons will be ripe around this time. And then during the period of greater heat from the 22nd to August 6th, again, we might see some more rain. It's going to be super hot. It's really, really the hottest time of year. Different kinds of insects will kind of come in. So, like those cicadas and stuff like that. I know I've seen videos of that. So, those will kind of continue. And another weather phenomena I kind of wanted to point out is this year we are experiencing the weather trend of El Nino and La Nina. And El Nino, the trade winds actually will weaken. And this is the springtime. It says warm water is pushed back east towards the west coast of the Americas. The El Nino can affect our weather significantly. These periods are usually wetter and have unusual and increased flooding. And I know we've seen that here in Texas, where we just experienced a tropical storm and experienced flooding in the area around the Gulf of Mexico. And then La Nina actually has the opposite effect of El Nino. And so during the La Nina events, the trade winds are even stronger than usual, pushing more warm water towards Asia off the coast of the Americas. Upswelling increases, bringing cold, nutrient-rich water to the surface. These cold waters in the Pacific push the jet stream northward, and this tends to lead to drought in the southern US and heavy rains and flooding towards the Pacific Northwest and Canada. And during the La Nina year, winter temperatures are warmer than normal in the south and cooler than normal in the north. And it does say La Nina can also lead to a more severe hurricane season. So we might have to watch out for that. Again, that West Coast seems to be more affected, at least of the United States, and the East Coast and the South tend to be drier and warmer. While that northern is colder and wetter. We may see some stranger weather patterns and, of course, a more severe hurricane season according to these weather trends. And this is according to the NOAA service, and I'll put the link in the show notes if you want to read more about that. And from learnfengshui.com, imagine that, the monthly newsletter that is available today. Go to learnfengshui.com to check that out. Has all this information. So going into the month of the metal goat or the Sin Wei, kind of some of the energy we can expect here. The metal goat month, we get energy of metal over earth, which is metal sitting on its resource element, the element that creates and nourishes it. So we can kind of take this energy as energy that is supportive to us. The goat is one of the noblemen for the year, so look for help this month, especially if you have a goat in your zodiac. Practice self cultivation, and the month can be pretty effective for you. So, globally, again, more rain and extreme weather patterns. And then our feng shui focus. I really kind of struggled with what to put for our feng shui focus because honestly, I've just felt so drained the past couple months. I don't know what it is, but I think it's kind of just the year. And, I've gone so hard over the past few years. And I really feel like this year is just a little bit more relaxed and chill. So, a feng shui focus for the month is actually just being easy on yourself. That'll be included in the newsletter. I just kind of talk about here how the Bible does tell us that there's importance to timing. It says that there is a season for everything. I'm kind of taking note from that. It's crucial to balance out work and rest, especially in the warmer months where you feel drained by the excess yang energy. Don't stop working all the way, but slowing down a little bit, starting your day earlier when it's not so hot, resting during the hottest parts of the day can really have its benefits and help boost and even maintain your energy levels. So just take it a little bit easier. And then on the newsletter on the website, I do have just a little bit of advice here. Spending time with your family, prioritizing relaxation over housework, and just taking things at a slower, steady pace. So you can check that out at learnfengshui.com. Let's look at the zodiac forecast for the month and see which animal signs are most impacted by the energy of the goat. Now, looking at the zodiac forecast for the month of July, for the month of the metal goat. Those energy does impact you and where it lands in your natal chart. Remember, you actually have 4 zodiac signs. I think a lot of people are familiar with at least one in the year they're born, but you actually have a zodiac sign for the year, month, day, and even hour you're born. And if you'd like to discover those animal signs, you can go to the link in the show notes at learnfengshui.com. There is an animal sign calculator. You plug in your birthday there, and there is a selection for the hour to be unknown if you're not sure about that one. And we're just focusing on the zodiac signs or like the animal signs. And again, you can look at that more in detail on the newsletter on the website if you need some more clarity. There's some instructions on there, okay? If it falls in the year, this does represent your friend group, social circle, community, and the people around you. The month represents your career and parental relationships, sometimes your sibling relationships. The day represents your health, romantic relationships, and the way you view yourself. And the hour represents your children, thoughts, emotions, feelings. And if you are a boss, it represents your subordinates. Let's start out first with the goat. We can kind of look to the Shenshao stars for the year to see where to focus our attention, and the power to solve problems is on your side for the year of the dragon. So the moon star does give the goat the ability to solve problems quietly, and it does include negotiations. And it also is like private discussion, So if you want to have a private, quiet discussion with somebody, that energy is there supporting the goat. Also present is the heavenly noble star, which does bring people to you to help you in your time of need. So, whatever your problems are this month and year, you will have support. And you can also always look to the Southwest one for Nobleman Luck. If you need help pinpointing where that's at in your home, shoot me a message. I do that free energy mapping. And this is really for everybody, not just assigned to the goat, but most people can use that Southwest one location in your home. And that's where the goat resides. So again, if you don't know what that means, just message me. Next, the seasonal combination is the snake, horse, and goat. So if you have the horse and the snake, that does mean you have the zodiac signs that make it the season of summer. And all three of these animal signs present does form a combination that makes fire. And so that's inspiring, the ability to be seen and be visible, could help career this month. And it does have the potential to make you very strong and show wealth opportunity too. So making connections and networking with others in your field, collaborating, putting yourself out there to be seen. Remember, fire, as I just mentioned, does give us the potential to make our efforts more visible. Inspire others with your actions and reconnect with your spiritual side can all be energy that is supported for this month. So if you have the snake and the horse, take advantage of that. And the 3 harmony combination this month is going to be the energy of the rabbit, pig, and goat. This does form wood, which helps with self-development, self-improvement courses is a good thing to do this month. Learning a new skill or subject. So anything with growth, self-growth, gaining knowledge in an area you feel stuck or stagnant in will all be beneficial. Connecting and networking with others also is really good. And then adding additional streams of income in an established business or adding services or add-ons can be beneficial too. That is represented by the wood energy. For example, I think I've used this before. If you're a dog groomer, maybe now you add an additional service instead of just the regular grooming. Say you add a special service like painting their nails, add-on services like that, or put a little tchotchke area by your register for an additional stream of income. It's just kind of adding to your income that you already have. And the combo of 6, the secret friend, is friends with the horse and the goat. So the horse and goat make a special combination, sometimes called the sun and the moon. And this can help bring what is usually called nobleman luck. The theme of just having help this month is present. This refers to people coming in and offering help when needed. Use this energy to accept help from those that offer it. I know sometimes we want to say, I'll do things myself or I want to do it on my own, but accepting help can help boost you up there. And then also being helpful and aiding others when you can also is a form of nobleman luck. Maybe you are not receiving the luck, but you are in a position to help somebody. And this month it may present the opportunity. It's a good month to do that and sow some karma points. And a clashing energy is the ox. The ox does clash with the goat for July. And things to remember about a clashing energy is the combination does take precedence when a clash is present. If you combine with like the rat, the rooster, or the snake this month, you could find some extra support and take away that clashing energy. And clashes, you can actually use the opposing energy to make a change. If you're an ox and you have been wanting to rid yourself of something, maybe you want to start a new exercise routine, maybe you want to start eating healthier, you want to quit smoking, you need to end toxic relationships. This is all energy that can take away those things. So clashing energy is not always bad, but you can definitely use it to clash or take things away from your life. It can actually be a good thing. Again, just look for rooster, rat, or snake days, which are going to be listed in the lucky dates on that newsletter. Looking at flying stars are the best sectors for the month. We're looking at the south, the southwest, the northeast, and the northwest this month for best sectors. These are the best sectors for the month. And you do enhance this energy just by doing a feng shui activation, meaning you can move the energy in the area with a fan, a radio, aquarium, a candle, moving object, or using a sector to work, study, and really just cleaning, decluttering, and spending time in the area is good. I do have exactly what you need to do. I have little icons on the areas that you can use for the month. Go to that newsletter, see how to activate these areas. Flying star number 1, the authority star. This is probably one of my favorites. And here in the Northwest, it goes for the Guasics. So the energy of the flying star number 1, the Northwest, does make a special combination that's excellent for those in management or the owner of a company. Also career advancement. So if you're looking to advance your career, use the Northwest area. And you can use it by working in the sector, movement or fan, and sending emails, filling out applications, and holding meetings are all beneficial to do in the area this month. So you don't necessarily have to activate it. Just using the area is good. And Gua 6, expect things to go quickly for you this month because that number 1 star is movement. It's a water star. So it's very fast moving. Things are going to go for you. Areas you felt stuck in will start moving. And you might also find the opportunity to travel. So keep an eye out for that if you're a Gua 6 this month. Looking here at the Northeast, Flying Star number 3. So you might ask, how come we're using Flying Star number 3 this month? Sometimes, it's one of those stars that's not always bad and can sometimes show a positive side to it. So the energy of the 3-star usually does bring conflict or arguing, but flying to the Northeast does bring opportunity for growth and connection. So it does also form a special combination of flying stars. You can enhance it by doing self-improvement, making phone calls, working. I would not activate it with a fan or an enhancement. And I would be careful of being too aggressive or argumentative if you use this area quite a bit this month. So, using the energy to expand your network and learning new things or adding to your knowledge, a short term business venture could pay off. And just be cautious of getting an argument or taking too big a risk. If you're a Gua 8, you don't want to lose out either. So, shorter term investments, don't invest money that you cannot afford to lose this month. But some short term investments may pay off for the Gua 8s this month. Going now to the south, the Flying Star number 4 does visit the Gua 9. And this month, the Flying Star 4 is good for study, of course, but you can also find the ability to focus and put plans in action by using the sector. You can enhance it by working the sector, email, study, taking online exams, and you could place a fan there temporarily also to activate. Remember, the Flying Star 7 is there for the year, so we kind of want to make sure we're not overly activating the area, but working in the area should be fine. Fan for short-term activation. And when I say a fan, you leave it there for the entire month, leave it going 24/7, and you take it down at the beginning of August, around that August 6th date, when that Jie Qi cycle does change, when that solar term comes in, because that's the new month. And if you're a Gua 9, making plans, organizing, and focus is supported this month. Use your energy to maintain your focus and be cautious of listening to people's gossip. Don't want that spreading too much, okay? Flying Star number 6 goes to the southwest to the Gua 2, and the 6 Lux Star can be used for career advancement. Also, use the sector to apply for new positions, take placement tests, etc., etc. Could be really good for, especially if you're the head of a company. Enhance it by working, use a sector, movement, or a fan. And again, it does have nobleman energy. So if you need help, also use the southwest to make phone calls or reach out to people to ask for help also. So, Gua 2, do be cautious of your stomach or womb issues for the month. And Flying Star number 9, the spiritual and happiness star, does go to the center, and we don't activate this area. You can't really activate the center. It's not really a Gua or a sector, but it does kind of set the tone for the month, indicating that as a collective, we may experience a more inspiring or happy feeling for the month. The fire of the 9 star also helps us to be more visible, so take action and call attention to your work and effort. You could be more noticed this month if you call attention to it. So remember, you're not noticed if nobody sees your actions and you're not recognized, if that makes sense. But yeah, you want the recognition. Going now to challenging sectors we want to cure. Usually Flying Stars 2 and 5, 3 and 7 are the ones we kind of want to avoid. And they do fall southeast, east, north, and west for this month. And when I say cure, it can include a salt cure, a charm with 6 coins is usually a cure for the 5 star, or other various adjustments to the sector. If you have a preferred cure, go ahead and put that out. I'm not one to tell you that you have to use a specific thing. So also avoiding these areas, not moving your furniture, and try to avoid working in these sectors as possible. And if you sleep in these sectors, you might just want to put a little cure in the area and just keep it quieter for the month. Don't be moving your furniture around because this energy is activated by movement. The flying stars are. The Flying Star number 2, the illness star, does go to the west to Gua 7. It usually does carry the indication of illness, but it is kind of controlled by the metal of the sector. Remember, the 7 is a metal sector. So you can mitigate it by really just keeping the area a little bit quiet, and you could place your preferred items if you feel that you need to. In Gua 7, you do need to take a little bit of caution with your health and just try to, be healthy this month, take your vitamins, wash your hands a lot. Do be cautious again with respiratory. And one thing to take note of also is that this Flying Star 2 going into the west does combine with the 5 star for the year. So 2-5 combination generally is pretty negative. So I would say this would be one of the most challenging sectors in your home. So again, I can't stress enough, just keep it quiet and put a preferred cure out if you're using the area quite a bit, especially if it's at your front door or your bedroom. Flying star number 5, called the disaster star, does go to the north, and it can create a little bit of problems when it goes to the north because it's earth and water combining. So you want to make sure that if you sleep here, if your front door is located here, that's the energy you're receiving for the month. Do be careful and cautious. Maybe I would place some kind of salt cure, spend less time in the sector, or place your preferred cure item. The charm with 6 coins tied on a string is usually a good cure for this. Don't necessarily have to be the salt cure. Do be careful and cautious this month if you are a GUA 1. Sometimes a 5 star can indicate accident or illness. Just practice safety precautions. Flying star number 7 is going to the east, the GUA 3. Just be careful of what you're talking about this month because it's an argumentative star, much like the 3, but whereas 3 is more of arguments, 7 is more of like some kind of legal dispute. And really saying the wrong thing. But really just mitigate it by keeping the sector quiet. No cures are needed. Do be cautious when you're driving if you're a GUA 3 and do your research before making investments and giving money to others because it could also indicate you being maybe scammed out of some money. Remember, because the 7 does indicate some sort of legal issue or dispute. So we want to make sure we're not getting scammed out of anything this month. So GUA 3, be cautious of that. And unfortunately, in the southeast here, the wealth star falls. So for the GUA 4, the 8 star does fall here, making it unsuitable or unusable for activation. With the yearly 2 star, we can't really activate the area. So nothing really to do there except for place maybe a saltwater cure if your bedroom's there. Just avoid using the sector if all possible this month because really for the whole year. If you sleep here, again, just kind of keep that saltwater cure out, keep the area quieter, don't be moving furniture around. But the GUA 4, you can actually benefit from the wealth energy this month, and you might even expect to be busier with work. And last but not least here, Earthshaw's yearly and monthly energies that we don't want to renovate in. So these are no renovation sectors, and these sectors are areas you want to just avoid digging and major construction for the year or the month. And this only applies again to a ground floor of your home or ground level apartments because the energy is affected by the earth. If you're renovating and you're above ground level, then no worries. Just go ahead and have some free reign there. Just watch the flying stars. The areas we want to avoid renovation in are going to be the north because we do have that 5 star there for the month. The northeast there, it's the month breaker, the Soi Po. The southeast is the disaster stars, the Wuji Sha, and the yearly Grand Duke. The south also is a robbery Sha, or like a illness Sha, and the Southwest No Renovations because that also has that yearly, what is called the 3 killings and injury and illness Shaw. And of course, the West that does have the 5 yellow for the year. Renovations can be done in some sectors using date and time selection specific to your home. If you do need to start renovations in any of these sectors, shoot me a message and we can chit chat. All right, guys. Well, hope you enjoyed today's energy update. I've taken some time to kind of plan ahead for the month of August. So I'll be back for the energy update during that first Friday in August. But the next 2 weeks are going to be best of episodes. I know I have when not to do feng shui and soil quality in feng shui and the importance of it, which I thought was pretty interesting. So just some best of episodes coming up. And I'll catch you guys for the August energy update. Again, if you need a floor plan mapping, I am still working and I'm still available. Having a kid home during the summertime and trying to work my recording schedule around it. So I am working and I'm still available and I'm still within reach. You guys don't forget to check out the newsletter on the website. It has everything we talked about here. And of course, the show notes if you'd like to learn about more of the information I read at the beginning of the episode. I'll catch you guys next week for When Not to Do Feng Shui on our best of episode.
For a free energy mapping of your floor plan, please check the link in the show notes. To support today's podcast, go to learnfengshui.com, sign up for emails, leave a review, and share with your family and friends.